Alcoholics Anonymous started here in the early 1930s, and they only had a couple places to meet. There was the Morton House, Hall in Ionia, 330 Bond Street, and the Public Museum.
The group as a whole started to grow so fast because now that help was being offered in an incurable situation, we needed a bigger place, a neutral territory that didn't represent anything in the world, was just a place to meet.
In 1959, Dr. French donated his residence at 1020 College Ave to the Alano Club of Kent County. Over half a century later, our property and our organization is rooted here in the history of Grand Rapids. It all started with a few individuals looking for a home for recovery meetings. Now, 65 years later, we are increasing in traffic every day. We offer 12 programs for the recovery community in addition to Alcoholics Anonymous, including those for family and friends, such as Narcotics Anonymous, Smart Recovery, Zen Recovery, Recovery Yoga. We have over 100 meetings a week and currently serve more than 1,000 visits a week. We pride ourselves on offering a safe and welcoming environment. Alano was primarily founded on Alcoholics Anonymous. We are adapting to the times, but we are not forgetting our strong foundation. Our articles of incorporation say the rehabilitation of alcoholics. That is why the organization was set up. But now we have expanded our programming to reach other life-threatening addictions. The Alano Club of Kent County plays a huge role here in Grand Rapids in promoting a healthy community.
It's hard in words to express the gratitude I have for this place because it has literally saved my life.
We've kind of all found this place to recover and this commonality.
I know without a doubt that I would be absolutely miserable if I hadn't found this place and I hadn't found the fellowship that I had so desperately been searching for like my whole life.
I come to the Alano Club because it provides me with a forum to meet people who are on the journey that I am, and they've got the experience, strength, and hope that I'm looking for.
My last night of drinking was January 7th. I'd ran out of whiskey and beer, yet I hadn't passed out yet, which is what I normally do. So I ran back to the store and bought more and realized that I had passed a middle school and a high school each way in a big truck, and I had a loaded firearm on me. And when I got home, something hit me that, okay, maybe you need help. So I looked up Alcoholics Anonymous on the computer, and the Alano Club of Kent County came up. I walked in the door scared out of my mind, and after I was here a few minutes, I realized, you know, this is everyone. This is our community. It doesn't matter what class or social economic situation you're in. Every walk of life is in here because it's a disease that does not discriminate against anyone. Quickly, I felt at home and part of a family.
The North Alano Club, affectionately referred to as the club, has been a part of my family since I was very, very young. My dad got into the program probably when I was 8, and my mom's been around Al-Anon for over 25 years. I watched it have a huge impact on my dad's life. I would listen to him open up with these men, and I would watch, men in the program give my dad advice, which was odd because he was always someone who I put on a pedestal. And here he was being vulnerable, getting advice.
I was referred here by a social worker who suggested I come here to support the alcoholic in my life. As I entered my first meeting, I remembered that the people attending that meeting were very welcoming, and as they started to share why they started coming to the Alano Club, I started hearing them telling parts of my story. And by the end of the meeting, I felt like I was no longer alone in my recovery journey. So I felt like I had actually found a home.
About a month before I moved up here, I came up with my sponsor to check out meetings in the area. And we came here, and I was instantly greeted by somebody that would become my future sponsor. And she brought me to a meeting, and I really enjoyed it. It kind of felt like home right away. It made me feel a lot better about the move.
I was 19 and I got in trouble for the second time. Even when I was court ordered and knowing I had a problem and I needed this in my life, as soon as my first step meeting started, I felt at home.
Everybody knows an alcoholic or an addict or is affected by someone who is struggling with their addiction. It affects everyone, from the person who is struggling with the addiction to the family and friends, and thus affects the community. The Alano Club of Kent County provides an avenue for change. The fellowship is amazing here. These folks are some of the most honest people I know, and just sharing wisdom, exchanging knowledge. One person can be on their recovery path while cheering on the other person on their recovery path, and the accountability that you get from that is, and friendships that come out of here is just awesome.
I'm grateful that the North Club was here when I needed it initially, but continues to be here for me and other alcoholics. It's familiarity, it's family in a way. It's just been really important in growing up.
It's great to walk into a building and see friends and familiar faces and be able to sit down, whether it's before a meeting or after a meeting, and chat about real life and how we get through it, because no one really understands the mind of an alcoholic or an addict except for other alcoholics and addicts.
I'm grateful for the Alano Club because it gives me an opportunity to give back to the people that helped me recover.
I'm grateful for the Alano Club because it provides a safe place to meet and talk to people who are struggling with and or on the same journey as they are.
If I'm having the worst stressful day in the world, as soon as I walk through these doors, everything falls off my shoulders.
Here at the club, I've met so many people that told me this place has saved their life.
You can make right choices even if you made bad choices. And that's the key. Ask for help. You don't know where the help's going to come from, but it's going to come.
Miracles happen here.